I guess the thing is, are you still holding on to my hand?
He can be.
Okay.
Do you let go, or are you still holding on to Eldove?
So this isn't like the ceiling that there's one way.
No, it's just you. It was a weird sensation of you stepping into this little tiny doorway. Parts of your body shrinking as closer you got. So right now, Eldove, you just see, like, at the wrist, Orphan's wrist is just poking up out of this doorway, and then the hand and fingers get bigger and bigger as it collapses around your own hand, which your own arm is a little bit warped and twisted as it gets closer to the door as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still holding his hands. You step back through? Okay. You step back through the globe, now you're standing next to Eldove again.
I'll pull him back out. Pull her.
What the hell are you two doing?
Magic.
Found a forest.
Listen, Khalil, magic is awesome.
No, it really isn't. I'm starting to regret gouging out an eye and putting this in its place. I really am.
Oh, I don't want to hear any of that.
Khalil should have been able to see exactly what Orphan just did.
Well, I didn't know you were doing it. If you do it again, let me know, and I'll do it next time.
So what's going on downstairs? Because Khalil's getting really catty, which is weird, because he didn't even touch the symbol.
Mechanically, in this edition, are rogues able to disable magical traps or not?
I don't allow it now.
Okay.
No,
Because his
I haven't allowed it
buddies
at all.
just yelled at him.
So,
And do you think you could dispel it, Arik? Do you want to look at other avenues first and come back if we don't find another way through this room?
I mean, I can try dispelling it, sure.
Out of character, how does Symbol of Despair work? Like, could you just cover it up?
I'm not 100% sure it's Symbol of Despair.
so what are we doing with the lock?
I mean, do you want to try and dispel it, or do you want to go somewhere else and save the resources in case
Sure.
you need them?
Nah, you only live once, or twice, or maybe 3 times. It's fine. Yeah, I will cast Dispel Magic on the lock.
Alright, DC is 19.
DC is 19.
What level slot are you using? 3rd?
4. I'm gonna do 4 again.
Well, now,
Level 4,
the only reason to use a higher than level for Dispel Magic, to use a higher slot, is to automatically dispel magic of that level. It doesn't become easier and easier the higher you go. It's always going to be 19.
So there's no reason to use the
Level
4th.
3.
Yeah.
Level 3.
Unless you want to preserve your level 3 slots, or unless you think the spell you're dispelling is 4th level.
Which it probably is not.
It probably isn't, considering I had hit it. Right,
And
so
there's no reason to preserve 3rd level slots, because you can always just use a 4th as a 3rd.
Right.
go off the edge of the table. I don't know. What did I get? What does it say?
Looks like a 6.
6. 15.
15?
Crackle.
Yeah. That's
Does not
not
work.
gonna do shit. Yeah, because that's not 19.
It's not 19.
Sorry, Zook. I tried.
It's a tough trap, for sure.
Oh well, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Zook, you're
Zook is back to normal.
suddenly very appreciative of your friends.
Alright.
So what's the deal with this chair? I heard it was awesome.
Oh god, no. Go away from the chair.
You stopped Tarin, like, as his hand is resting on one of the armrests.
Did you not see what happened to me?
Yeah, it was awesome, where I heard.
No.
Wait, what happened?
What you can't tell because you can't see it is the fact that I had no oxygen.
Oh.
There's no air out there.
Huh.
Orphan
Fascinating.
calls out to Tarin, hey, I found another way out of here. It's over here.
It's magic and it's awesome.
Yeah, and Orphan steps again through.
Well, hold on, I want to look at... I still have
So
these
Orphan-
other globes.
Orphan
Click over to
disappears
Orphan
into the
Vision.
globe, into the forest.
Yep.
Click over to Orphan Vision. Now it's
Eldove
Orphan's
waves
turn.
over with his other hand. Look, it's awesome.
That is pretty cool. I wanted to look at these other globes before we left.
The other balloons?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I described to Zook earlier, they're 3 circular balloons painted with a globe of a world that doesn't look familiar to you. And they have paper ribbons that run from the globe down to the floor, where they are tied there to a silver ring in the floor.
Are they all the same world?
No, they're each a different world.
Okay.
We should totally pop these balloons.
I'd be a little concerned about that.
We should untie the
we'd
balloons.
be fine. We'd be fine.
Yeah, sure. Let's go globe hopping. So this is the back of Trennis. I didn't even think Trennis was a globe. I'd always been using a flat sheet of paper to represent it.
Yeah. You do what you have to do.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of continents over there. Who knows?
Yeah, Khalil will take a step around these things first, and Yeah, he'll see like Trinus and Kiska and stuff, and he'll just be like, "What?"
Yeah,
the
when you
fuck
come around the
is
back
this
of the side of the
nonsense?"
globe here by the secret door and look at it, you see the familiar map that you're all used to, and you see, in some detail, Romneus with the major cities and kingdoms delineated on there.
Guys, we should claim that entire continent.
Eldove can teleport, use relative distances and directions?
No.
Khalil will
What
switch
about
to
plane
Orphan
shift?
Vision.
How does plane shift work?
I could name a place, but it's really sort of wonky.
What if we're the first people to name that place?
Well,
You just want to have a continent named Eldovia, don't you?
If we say we want to go to the continent of Eldovia,
So what's going on at the globe?
I'm stepping into it.
Or Tarin steps through, and you come out of the tree trunk on the other side. Does anybody not go through, or are we all going through?
does it look like we'll be able to get back if we go through?
Orphan went through and came back.
Well, I was holding on to her.
I mean, there was nothing impeding her from coming back.
Okay, then yeah, I'll head through.
Yeah, that sounds like we're all going through them.
Okay.
Khalil will
How many
roll his
things
eyes.
of rope do we have?
How many things of what?
Rope.
I'm still carrying 100 feet of rope.
I'm just wondering if we have any extra past that, because maybe we could tie. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine.
What could go wrong?
So you step out of a tree trunk. Here. This one in the bottom. Let me.
This one?
Now the outer wall of this room is riddled at floor level with mouse holes. And looking down, you see mice scurrying in and out of these holes underfoot. Hundreds of them. The only actual door you see leading out of the room is a silver door in this wall over here. The rest of the room is filled with the trunks of massive trees. The whole place is dimly lit, like you're inside of a forest at twilight. The trees are rooted to the ground here. They just grow up into the ceiling, some 10 or 12 feet away, and just vanish. So you have the giant trunks of these trees going up. All but two of the trees have bright red leaves. The only trees that are different are the one that you came through here, which has golden leaves?
Yeah, it's golden.
That's a good tree.
I think, yeah, golden
That's-
leaves. And
Trees of
then
Mary Sue.
this tree up here has green leaves. These four doors here are wooden doors leading to who knows where. But at the bottom of them, you see a little pet door in each one. That's hinged at the top. Too small even for Zook to climb through. But it looks like it hinges each way, so a small animal could pass in and out.
How is the room bounded?
With walls. Circular
Okay.
walls.
What are they made of?
Wood.
Do you want me to send my little bird hop through those?
Yeah, that
Pet doors?
probably a good use of your bird.
Which one?
Hey.
An owl isn't
It's-
going to freak out all these mice, is it?
Oh, it might. But just think how hilarious that would be.
Silly question, but are these mice-sized mice?
Yes.
Okay.
It's hilarious until you have apparently hundreds of mice running
That
up your
is not a
pants.
silly question.
Yeah. Making sure they're not rodents of unusual size since we shrank.
But yeah, I'll pop my owl into existence near one of those pet doors, and I'll just have it kind of bird hop its way through the pet door.
Give me just 1 second here.
By the way, I looked it up, and bird hopping is 5 feet of movement around.
Alright. I'm sorry, which room? Which direction? North, south, east, or west?
North.
North. That was the wrong answer.
I like that answer.
There's a circuit board.
Alright, there's the processor.
In this room, your little owl hops through the door, and as soon as he gets to the other side, this... What color? Orange, I think. Let me double check.
Gold.
Gold. Now, she's modeled black and white. There's a cat, a large house cat, laying on a rug in here. The back of this, I actually had to cover this up. Rug, tub, is a large tub of cream in the back of the room. But that's the only glimpse you get, because as soon as your owl hops in, the cat pounces on it and kills it.
Aww.
And after
I'll
that,
just
a
tell
few
her-
moments later, you see the cat's head poke out the door and look at you all. And you hear it purring very loudly.
Duke will come up to the cat door and say, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty."
Can you talk to cats?
I can talk to cats. I can talk to any small creatures, and I say that in cat.
In cat? Let's hear it. Let's hear your best impression of somebody speaking cat.
Oh, God.
I talk to my cats all the time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, is that Buffy or Shadow?
That's more of a shadow.
And the cat responds, "There's no need for that, darling. I can speak perfectly well." And everybody heard that.
Oh, good. I'm hunting
Perfectly
Cheshire
well,
cat. And Zook says, okay. How are you doing? Sorry about the owl. We were just trying to explore around.
And she says, "No apology necessary. A perfectly pleasant meal."
No, it's an astral owl. It popped out as soon as she killed it.
In that case, she looks very disgruntled.
Get fucked, cat. It's my owl.
You tell her to get fucked?
No.
No, Eldove's just thinking that.
Let's call open table on this scene. If you say it, you say it.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay?
Okay, fair enough. And Zook will say, well, where exactly are we right now? We went through a strange door, of one of many strange doors.
This is all
Do you know
doors
where-
in the mistress's hut are strange.
We were told to go to the guest room, but we weren't exactly sure where that was.
She cocks her head to one side and thinks. Looks like she's lost in thought for a moment. Give me 1 second. And eventually she says, "I can point you the direction of the guest rooms if you give me an owl that's real to eat."
I don't have an owl, but I do have some salted salmon. Would that be pleasant for you?
She asks if it's fresh.
I'm afraid it's preserved. It's salted.
She says, "I find your gifts lacking."
We'll see what we can do. Just some fresh meat. That's what you're looking for?
So I have the particular taste for owl, now that one was so cruelly snatched from my grasp.
We'll see what we can do. I haven't seen any owls. Do you know where there's any owls in here?
She tells you that one came tumbling through her door just a second ago.
I mean, before that, I'm afraid that one was a little less than real.
She asks where that one came from.
The astral plane.
Where is Eldove standing when he's talking?
Way back. Where everyone... Because I was just standing
Because
right
Eldove
where we
isn't
came
actually
through.
on the map. There's 2 Eldoves over here, though.
Yeah. Put an Eldove on this map here in case this cat
I was-
needs to...
I was right near the entrance, so where did we come through?
Crisis of Infinite
Over here.
Eldoves.
Right, yeah.
Alright,
Just one
yeah.
of
Tarin's still next to the tree that he came out of.
Because I started commanding the owl pretty much instantly.
So Eldove says the astral plane. The cat responds, "Then return there and fetch me another. You know where to find me." And she flits back inside the door.
Orphan goes over to Eldove and pulls out some of the meat from her own rations. It says, "Can you make this taste like owl? Like fresh owl?"
I don't know what owl tastes like.
Squab, maybe?
I just
I
want to
can
say
make
that
Wait.
cat cooler than the weird woman thing.
I can make it taste like quail.
Can you maybe just make quail but gamier and hope that that's right?
But I'll give it a try. And I'll cast Prestidigitation on the meat. You want to try some? See if it tastes like owl?
I don't know what owl tastes like.
I've never had owl either.
Okay, if Orphan hasn't had it, no one here's had it.
All right, yeah, I'll go back to the door.
Okay. Now you're holding the meat that he cast prestidigitation on, and you can still tell that it's not fresh meat. It's still clearly it came from his dry rations. So it will taste delicious, but it's definitely not fresh, and it's
Not
definitely
going to
not.
taste delicious. It's going to
an
taste like owl.
But you don't know what owl tastes like. You're not even sure how close you got it.
Also, this is a talking cat. Might
I'll
be able
just-
to see through it.
I'll just leave it at the little pet door.
Okay. You back away after leaving it there, and her paw comes through the door and slaps down on it once or twice, and then retreats back in without taking the meat.
Oh well.
Um,
I'll take it back.
Zook will say, Miss Kitty, we don't have.
I'll take it back and nibble on it to see what it tastes like.
This is
This
why
kid-
cats
It
lost.
all just tastes like cardboard to you now.
Oh, that's
Aw.
I spent $400 400 gold for this jam. But it's just ruined.
Wait, do we have
ruined
some of the
Orphan's
jam on
life.
us?
Oh.
Do we want to
Oh.
get a cat addicted to jam? And I'm going to...
there's no more jam. we spent like at least by my count 15 days preparing for this session. There's no more jam.
There's no more jam.
That's
Fair enough.
not entirely true.
Zook,
Because there's a
meanwhile,
tiny creationable container of jam that Eldove has. Unless Orphan has been
You
rooting
guys
for my
left
back.
Q back at the end to reverse engineer it, was what I heard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what that happened.
So what's happening at the door here?
Zook meanwhile is going to go and and find a mouse to talk to and ask if they know of any owls.
None of them not only did none of them know of any owls, it seems that they're all very thankful of that fact. If any of these mice did know where to find owls, they would not be in that place at all.
Oh no, I was asking along the lines of where to avoid, because certainly they would not want to see owls, but I would want to find one.
When you ask where to avoid, they indicate the 4 rooms in this strange wood.
I ask him what's in the other rooms, in the 4 rooms.
Which room do you ask about?
Well, in turn, I'll ask about all of them, but I'll ask about this one first.
They say that's the toy room, and that you'd best not go in there.
Okay, and what do they call this one?
They say that's the trophy room, and you'd best not go in there.
And this one?
They say that's the sardine room, and you'd best not go in there.
And just for kicks, what do they call this one?
They say that's Jazzy Baba's room, and you'd best not go in there.
Lordy. I thank
long
them
did-
very much.
How long does it take Eldove to get a new familiar app?
10 minutes, and I can totally make a cat if that's what you're going to ask.
That wasn't what I was going to ask, but okay.
We're gonna ask for an owl so you could so Eldove could taste it, so we could make some authentic owl meat.
I'm not eating my owl.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Why did we have to give it a taste for owl? I could have betrayed one of my mouse friends. I mean, I would hate to do it, but I could have.
Lawful good.
No,
Cat
not
good.
lawful. Certainly not that.
Toys, sardines. What was the third one?
Trophy.
This
Trophy.
was the toy room.
Yeah, that's
This
right,
was
trophy.
the trophy room. This was... I can't tab on top of the black.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just not... I don't have focus. There we go. This was the sardine room, and this is Jazzy Baba's room.
Yep. I mean, there's the
Sardine.
green leaf tree we could try and go through. There's the silver door, which is not on our list of awesome doors. And there's...
No, it is.
It is
No,
a
Yeah,
silver
silver.
door. Yeah, silver door.
Okay.
Gold, silver, black iron,
Oh, that's right,
and
green.
Yeah, green.
I'm kind of interested in trying this green tree, but I don't know. Is anyone opposed to me stepping through it? I mean, for all we know, I'm just going to step into the tree and bruise my face.
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
Do you
I wanna
just walk
see-
into the tree, or do you go over and check it out first?
I walk into the tree.
I want to
Walk
watch
in the tree, you
the tree.
bump into it and bruise your face.
Orphan laughs.
Yeah.
Eldove high fives, Orphan.
All right, so now back to the realm of sanity. Check out the silver door.
Says the man that just emerged from a tree leading from a tiny globe.
You
You
go
know
check
what?
out the silver door.
Yeah.
It's a silver door with a silver handle. Doesn't seem to be locked.
Captain, do you want to walk into it?
It's radiating heavy magic.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
I think maybe through it would be.
Well, you
more
have
in
to open
line.
it first, Captain. I mean,
All right. No obvious magic on the door itself, other than the normal.
Oh no,
Everything,
it's
or-
heavily magic.
Oh,
Above and beyond the background radiation of the place.
Is it necromancy?
is it enchantment?
I don't know.
Is it door magic?
This
Is it the blackest,
this
deepest
joke
despair?
is way old now. It's time to retire it.
For you,
sure.
maybe.
I'll try opening the door.
Okay. You open it, and again, you can't see through it.
okay, here we go.
All right, step in.
Yeah, Captain.
I've still got a fly spell.
Switch to Tarin Vision.
Step in? Okay. Tarin,
Yeah,
you
but
step
let's
into a flower-shaped greenhouse that has a large domed room in the center with 8 smaller domed rooms connected to it around the outside, all of which are, the walls and ceilings of which are all made of leaded glass, tinted glass. And looking through the glass, you see an alien forest, like something out of Dr. Seuss with the twisted trees and the big pom-poms and whatnot.
It's pretty awesome. I'll
In the
poke
sky,
my head
you
back
see
through the plane of
3 moons and 2 suns dominate the sky, blazing light, burning down. And you
Reminds
step
me of
into the room, into one of the smaller domes, looking into one of the larger ones, and all around you are stacks and stacks of clay pots glowing all different manners of all shapes and sizes of plants stacked up on wooden tables.
I'll poke my head out through the plane of nothingness and say, "Seems safe. It's a really cool greenhouse in some alien world."
You see any owls?
I've already got. I just poked my head through.
Zook's going to go back to Eldove and suggest that maybe there's fresh sardines in the sardine room.
On the other hand, we have someone on the other side of a plane of existence door. I mean, I'm just saying.
But the cat said she'd tell us where we wanted to go.
Do you want to leave him over there for 10 minutes?
Tarin will be fine. No, actually, I know what happened last time I went off on my own. All right, fine.
Is everybody going through the
Yeah.
silver door? Except Eldove?
Yeah,
He's going to
Khalil's
stay and play
no.
with the cat?
Khalil's gonna
No,
follow after.
Eldove absolutely goes through the silver door.
Okay.
Arik doesn't want to be left behind, so
And
Save
And,
this.
and Dr. Fred is somewhere around here.
Oh yeah,
So-
Fred's with you.
Right.
I decided that Fred has a doctorate in barding.
Oh, it's Dr.
He did go to a
Fred now.
bard at college.
Yeah.
So this is the greenhouse. You all came into room number 8 here. And like I said, the central room is just the big hub or the big dome going about 30 feet up above you. All the side rooms have shelves stacked with pots. Filled with, most of them are filled with plants. Some of them look to be just stacks of pots that don't have anything in them, stacked upside down. And the center room here has an earthen floor, very rich soil, very rich black soil. Arik
yes, sir.
and Khalil.
Yeah.
The center of the room has some giant flowers growing in it, 7-8 feet tall. Huge sunflowers, and you notice that the sunflowers are facing you. Wherever you move, they seem to follow.
That makes me nervous.
Must be your sunny disposition.
But
No, that makes me nervous.
Okay, so who's
I
going
don't
where?
like that.
Tarin will go into the central room to start.
Okay.
I'll come with him.
Walking out in the central room, you guys notice on the floor, crawling around, tending the various plants that are growing here, little disembodied hands. Human hands, sliced off at the wrist. Crawling around, digging in the soil, administering fertilizer, pouring water. And all of these little hands have a green thumb.
Womp, womp, womp.
That's part of the module. The show is very entertaining. What do you want from me? It's in here. They have a green thumb. They all, yeah.
How many hats did disembodied hands have?
Shush.
Well, first of all, check out that cool skylight. That's sort of amazing.
I don't know. I'm starting to think whoever made this place has a little bit too much of a love for domes.
Give me
What's wrong with domes?
second.
They're classic. It's classic architecture. It's a
I
dome.
kind of want to go hang out with the cat some more. Cat
Now-
was cool.
The door you came through, looking down at the bottom, you see another pet door set into the bottom of it so the cat can go in and out. And from this side, the door is solid gold, not silver. So yeah, going into the center room, you guys see the little human hands crawling around tending the plants. You see hundreds and hundreds of insects crawling around down there. Centipedes, ants. You hear the buzzing of wasps or bees somewhere, but you don't see them. Orphan, roll a perception check.
All right. Oh, where all the dice go? There we go.
Loaded a new
DC
map.
get
It all
fucked.
went away.
Yeah, you're right. Let's say 14.
You notice on one side of the room that you're in, on one of the wooden shelves, stacks and stacks of ceramic flower pots. But you notice 3 stacks in particular, all 3 of them painted on the top in gold paint, the letter Q. These 3 stacks... hold on a second. This information seems to be in 2 places.
Oh my god, it's already 9 o'clock.
Gold, dang it.
What time do you need to leave?
I can stay until 11 at the latest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. The 3 stacks you're looking at, with the Q painted on them, one stack has 4 pots, one stack has 6 pots, the last stack has 2 pots.
So it's 4, 6, and 2.
4, 6, and 2. And these 3 stacks have a Q painted on the top.
Q like Questrix.
Interesting.
That's the sound of someone solving a puzzle.
What
If
the
you
hats?
make 7 measures out, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, if you take a 4 into the 6, then you've got 7, 4, 7, 3, 2.
Watch out, he's got math.
I
don't know
know,
what
this
that
is just like
means,
that
but-
puzzle that I hate solving in Professor Layton. You guys can do it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll tell people what I found here. I don't think Orphan's not smart enough to do that, but whoever figured that out can go ahead and switch the flower pots.
Wait,
My mouth.
I fell behind a little bit. What?
7
Orphan found a
S.
clue.
It has 7 stacks of flower pots, 6, 4,
So we got
2.
three stacks. 1 stack of 4, 1 stack of 6, and 1 stack of 2.
That's
Ah,
But they're just pots?
They're just ceramic flower pots. They're turned upside down for easy stacking. These are not in use. And on the top of the stack, which would be the bottom of each flower pot, on these 3 stacks are painted with a gold Q.
It sounds like we probably need to take these pots and find some oatmeal and meat and onions.
I don't think that's what it means.
Okay.
I think that we need to just set the numbers to those correct amounts. So
All
like,
right.
let's make 1 stack of 7, 1 stack of 2, and 1 stack of 3.
All right, well, Zook will try just moving 1 from the top of the stack that's 4 to the top of the stack that's 6, making it 3 and 7.
Okay, so Zook starts playing Towers of Hanoi.
If we want some black pudding, I mean, we could just go back to the poison forest. We can get some there.
And Zook arranges the stacks to his liking, and he's very pleased with himself now.
But nothing obvious happens.
Nothing obvious happens.
I mean, the only thing I wonder if order matters. Zook will shuffle the stacks so that it's 7, 2, and 3 in front of him.
And Zook again rearranges the stacks to his liking and steps back to admire his handiwork, feeling very pleased with himself.
Is the Q on
His
each individual pot
handiwork?
or just on the top on the original stacks?
No, the Q was only on the top of the original stacks. And I was assuming that Zook was keeping those on the top just because it's pretty.
Yeah.
His handiwork.
I'm gonna look
was
at
not
these
even
doors
fun.
while they're doing this.
You're gonna go look at the door? Okay, so Tarin walks down to this door down here, and it's a glass door that looks like it just leads out into the landscape, just leads out into the alien forest outside.
While everybody is moving and shuffling around, I will be observing the giant sunflowers and watching who they're tracking.
Everybody. They're watching everybody. Because these inside walls here are all glass, which is why you can see into each of the individual spaces. And no matter where you're moving, the sunflowers are turning to face you. The sunflowers are all growing around the perimeter of this inside hub.
Orphan didn't understand what Zook was doing, so she went into a different room.
Okay.
Zook didn't understand what he was doing.
Orphan, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Every fiber of my being wants to open this door, but for some reason I'm not going to.
It's a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
You see lots of strange and bizarre plants, but nothing that particularly stands out at you.
Zook's gonna come over to 4 and look around.
Perception. And Khalil, same deal. Looking at that door. It's a glass door that looks out into the landscape. You can see right through. It's got a glass handle on it.
Nope.
How'd you do, Zook?
That'd be a 30.
30?
I had double perception, right? Yeah. I'm good at perception. It's investigation I'm terrible at.
Okay. Looking through the plants, you find one kind of plant in particular that catches your eye because it's the only one of its like that you've seen in the entire conservatory. It's just this tiny black bulb growing out of one of the flower pots, and it looks absolutely dissimilar from everything else you've seen in here.
Okay. Make a note of it, which it looks like Nich has already done.
I'm gonna very carefully look at the construction of this door. Does it look like this dome is airtight? Is there enough space I could get a piece of paper between the door and the frame, or?
No, there's not. And actually, examining the door closer, you see that it's locked from this side.
But it does look like it's probably at least very, very secure.
You can't fit anything through the seam of the door. No.
Zook's gonna roll over to 6 and see what Orphan saw over there.
Lots of plants.
Zook's gonna take a closer look.
Okay.
Is all of the that'll be a 25.
Lots of plants.
Okay.
I'll head over to 3.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
That's a 15.
Being somewhat familiar with the lesser mortals who use spell components to cast spells because they don't have a fabulous ring, you're pretty sure you could find any kind of herb that you would need in this conservatory to cast spells. It looks like that's the purpose of what's going on here. All these different flowers from who knows how many different worlds are growing here to be a wizard's resource for spellcasting.
That's specifically in 3, or just he's seen that all over?
He's seen that because he's a sorcerer, and you're a rogue.
I'll share that with everyone.
Okay.
When he says that, I will specifically point out that weird black bulb in 4 to him.
And this does not look like this particular bulb, unidentifiable. And you're not sure what kind of magic you would use it as a component for. This looks like it's something else.
I'm going to look around and I'm going to check to see if I see any other flowers that don't look useful for spell components.
How long do you spend searching? Are you really thorough with it, or you just poke your head in real quick?
Probably 5 minutes.
Okay. Spending 5 minutes looking around, you go from room to room, and no, this particular flower looks very dissimilar from everything else. The rest of it just looks like herbs. It looks like the most well-tended herb garden in existence, but this one flower was set aside for some purpose.
I'm going to check out room 9
tell
since
everyone
that seems to
that.
be the one we
Yeah,
haven't.
that's what I was actually doing as well.
Okay.
That'll be a 23.
Okay. And you find, just like you saw in room 7, 3 stacks of flower pots with gold cues. Same numbers in the stacks. 1 stack of 4, 1 stack of 6, 1 stack of 2.
Is the door number 2 the same?
It's the same, except the door number 2 is not locked. Looks like you just open it and walk on out.
I mean, every fiber of my being wants to explore this alien landscape, and I'm saying this out loud, but...
Can somebody tie a rope around Tarin before he opens up this thing? I'm not kidding. Like, I'm okay with him opening it up if he ties a rope around himself.
I can fly.
Okay,
That's
will
the
that help me
problem.
if you're sucked into the vacuum of space?
Technically, you'd be getting blown into the vacuum of space.
Zook just glares. Hey, buddy, which one of us has been in the vacuum of space today?
Today, yes.
If you're going to open that door, I'm going to go into a very distant wood and hold on to something heavy,
Um,
like Arik.
So is Tarin hell-bent on opening this door?
No,
Is that what happens next?
He's,
No?
He's fully aware that opening the door would be crazy.
Damn, Zook,
And
was
for
that a
some
fat
reason, he's
joke?
not doing it anyway.
So, this is like an enclosed greenhouse, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Is there any sort of watering system going on here?
You see a couple of the hands on the ground operating watering cans here and there.
Oh,
But
Oh,
as
has
far as a
anyone-
source of water, no.
okay.
Zook will actually try to communicate with the hands. Do they respond to him?
Well, what do you do?
Using speak with small creatures, which is apparently gestures and sounds.
Do you
What do
know
you
sign
say?
language?
Like, what kind of gestures? What kind of words? What happens?
Well, I'm just trying to see if they're sentient. Really, it's like I'm just saying, like, hello. Can you understand me?
So you hunker down and look at one of the hands that says, "Hello, can you understand me?" And the hand pays you no mind, crawls right on by.
Tarin will walk over to it. Do you use a language? Can I speak to your mind, into its mind?
You,
If it has
you,
one.
you don't find a mind to reach to. It's just a hand.
Okay.
Just shake my
Okay,
head
they're
at
just
it.
magical constructs of some kind, probably.
Wave at it. It's easy. Come on, guys.
Give him a
Oh, I
thumbs
mean
up.
that's part of Zook's like speaking to animals. He would be waving at it or something. I'm sure.
Waving to the hand.
Detect magic. Is there similar magic on this door, or as the door I came in through originally to get into the greenhouse?
No, in fact, this door does not look particularly significant at all as far as magic is concerned. It does not look like it stands out like the other two in this room.
Oh, this one does. The locked one.
Yes,
Okay.
and so did the one that you came through.
But as far as we can tell, they both just lead outside.
Oh wait, is the door number 8 glass on this side?
No, it's
Silver.
It's
right?
gold.
It's gold on this
Gold
side.
on
Oh,
this
I'm,
side.
yeah,
Silver
I'm sorry, I misspoke. This door is gold. You can't see through it. It's a golden door.
Okay.
The two glass doors are unremarkable.
Okay.
Did you say
Orphan's
there was
gonna-
also a pet door around here, or did I mishear that?
Yes,
It's in the
that's
gold
in,
door.
that's in the gold door leading back to Jazzy Baba's room.
Okay, so it just has a pet flap in it, basically.
Right, she can come
Yeah.
out into the conservatory if she wants.
Since there's not much like going on in here, Duke's actually gonna. Can I walk back through this door? Does it open?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna walk back in there and ask, see if if the cat will acknowledge me and ask her what she knows about the greenhouse.
She says it's very cruel to offer me play and a meal and then snatch it away.
And
what
Zook
shall
will
we do with very cruel visitors?
Oh no! You misunderstand. We're looking for an owl. We're looking for, or it's some manner of meat for you.
And
Well, we haven't found anything as of yet, but we're still looking.
says, and what sort of meat are you going to find in the conservatory?
Well, it looks like not much. It looks like it's mostly for plants.
From time to time, I have been known to gnaw on one of the gardeners, but
One of the gardeners.
only when I'm very hungry.
Is there anything else around here that you're familiar with that would be satisfying?
That depends on how you mean to satisfy me, darling.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
Dude, he's gonna bang that cat.
With the meal.
She says, I could really go for an owl.
Oh, I know. Owls are hard to come by around here, but perhaps I heard that there might be sardine nearby.
Oh, I'm tired of sardines. Sardines, day in, day out, day after day after day. Variety is the spice of life, my dear.
Okay.
I love this cat.
Eric, can you cast Create Food and Water?
I can. I actually have it prepared.
Can you make
Okay.
a live owl with it?
I don't think so.
You cannot.
Food
You
for
cannot
cat.
create an animal for it.
Can you create like freshly killed owl? Like, or does it have to be like? I'm
How do you propose I create a freshly killed owl?
just an owl corpse, like an uncooked owl.
Zook, roll me a whiz 10.
Who, me?
Zook.
Okay.
Zook. Okay, hold on.
Cats are
Okay.
assholes.
Talking to Jazzy Baba for just a few minutes, you get the sense she doesn't just want the meat. She wants to hunt something. She wants to get her claws into something and feel it die.
Oh, well, if that's what she wants, Zook will come back and say, Eldove, here's the sitch. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to eat your owl. I'm pretty sure she wants to chase and hunt your owl. Could you put on a little show for her?
She didn't seem too happy last time.
That's because the owl just stuck its head in and got killed. Got one-hit KO'd, man.
She's not gonna. My owl isn't very durable, Zook.
But is it maneuverable?
We could buff it.
I think if it could just lead her on a chase for a bit, it would make her happy.
I'm sorry. He said Buffett, and immediately in my head went to Owl Burger in Paradise.
No, buffet, not buffet.
I heard. I don't. My brain went to a place, and I had to bring you all there with me.
I'm very
You really
disappointed.
don't have to do that.
I'm the
No,
DM. It's
damn
my
it.
job.
Damn it, Bricker, now I'm there too, and I don't want to be here. Why did you bring me here?
Eldove, roll a whiz 10.
You could cast Bear's Endurance on it.
Okay.
Zook comes in and explains that, I just think this cat just wants to hunt and chase and play with your owl. But you, knowing what you know about cats, and this cat in particular, she's going to want to kill it and then eat it.
Yeah,
The hunt is not enough,
I
and
did
the
not
meal
need
is
to
not
roll a
enough.
whiz 10 for that.
That is the opposite impression I got from my whiz throw. Apparently, I'm not that very smart.
Well, no, because you came in with the impression that you could just give it meat and it would be happy, but that's not what she wants.
Okay.
A live
So,
owl went into her room, and now she has her hopes up.
So we need something not only that she can chase, but also that she can eat.
So the way I
Okay.
see it, our options at this point are solve some sort of strange pot stacking puzzles, maybe, if those are really things. Open one of these two doors, one of which probably leads into a terrible hellscape of awesomeness filled with bizarre gases we can't breathe, or try and go through the lock. Or, there's another place where we can't breathe too, the couch, the chair.
Yeah.
There were 3 other rooms back with the cat. I thought that out for what it's
we
worth.
can still send the owl through those and see what's
And
up.
I mean, we didn't check any of the trees except for Tarin trying to run into one.
Well, that was the only one that was differently colored, but sure, we can check all the rest.
Wasn't there a golden one?
That's the one we came out of.
That's the one, yeah.
Then
Yeah.
there probably is something about that other tree. And
Did I say
running
that
into
tree
it
was
just
golden?
Didn't do it.
Yeah.
That was
The one
my
that-
bad.
No,
The
you-
tree you
you
came
said
out
that
of
we-
in that room is not gold, it's green.
It's a gold
Oh.
door on the other side, I thought.
So it's
no? Maybe
No,
it's
that's-
all
the
green
leaves were
trees
green.
except for one, or it's all red trees except for 2 green ones, right?
Here, let me double check. Now you're making me
The leaves are all red. That's what I heard was
Yeah.
all the leaves of the trees are red except for the leaves were gold on the one we came out of, and
Yep,
the leaves
and
are green
green,
on
yeah.
another one
Not the one I tried to go into.
that Tarin ran face first.
I didn't run. I just
I'm always
walked.
gonna say that part.
Ran right face first into it.
I'm always gonna ran right face first and do it.
High five.
I'm double checking the color of the leaves now.
Exciting leaf fact checking.
Exciting leaf fact checking, yes.
As I glanced at chat, and they're telling me to use my hand, my green finger to represent the hands.
Okay, no, I misspoke entirely. This is
Okay.
the correct information. The tree that you came out, when you went into the globe, the tree you came out has black leaves.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The other tree on the other side that Tarin walked into has green leaves. Every other tree in the area had red leaves.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought the tree you came out of had gold leaves, but I mistyped in my notes, and I'm going to update that right now. And now it's done, and we're all smart again, except for McDohl.
It's updated in my notes too.
Okay. Sorry about that. That's my bad.
Alright, we'll head back there. How about we check out that?
Well, how about
Green.
everyone else check out that, and I'll open the door when I'm the only one in here to get sucked into the void.
That sounds
Seems
like a
like
good
a
idea.
terrible
Let's do
idea.
it.
That
Okay.
sounds like a fantastic idea, Captain, and you should totally go through with it.
Splitting the party, always a good idea. So everybody goes
Zook,
back
can I
into...
borrow 50 feet of rope?
Yeah, sure. He tosses it to him.
Alright, I should be back with you guys in a few minutes.
What do you do with the
Have
rope?
fun.
Tie one half around my waist. Is there anything secure in here to tie the other half to?
Zook and Khalil, as far as I'm concerned, you're both in this room still. I'm seeing you on my map.
Sorry.
The most secure thing you could tie it to would be the legs of one of the shelves, but they're not affixed to anything. They're just set on the ground, which is soil.
What about the
Give me-
handle of this opposite door?
Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna poke my head back through the void between worlds. Hey, Zook, can I get a piton and a hammer too?
Sure.
Don't
And I hand
encourage
it to
him.
him.
All right.
Enabling is important.
So I'll hammer. Oh God. I'll hammer a piton into the ground here with the rope tied around it.
How long is this piton, do you think? 6-8 inches?
Yeah, maybe
Yes.
less than a foot probably.
It's soft soil down that deep.
Are all the numbered areas soil as well?
Yep, the whole area. A lot of these rooms on the side though are storage rooms where they have shelves with potted, where a lot of the plants are potted. The center room is a vast soil area with the sunflowers growing around the rim.
Okay,
So
whatever.
the floor here is not really hard enough to sustain the pit. I mean, you don't even need to hammer it down. You can just poke it down and push it as deep as you want to go.
All right. It's 35 feet from the door, so I'll just pop through here. I should have about 10 feet of slack if I tie it to a tree
Sure.
in that world. And then come over here.
And you give the rope a good tug. Make sure it seems firm. It seems firm enough.
I'll take a deepest breath out as I can and open the door.
The other half of the rope, are you just holding it or tied around your waist?
It's tied around my waist.
Okay. And you open the door, and it opens inward, and when you look through, you can't see through it. It's just nothing.
I had a
Yeah,
feeling
not-
that might happen.
Not surprising. Pop my head back out, untie that rope. Come over here, try opening this door. This one's locked, right?
Yes.
I'll have to get Zook. Okay, I'll come back here. We can't explore the alien world with multiple suns and moons, guys. It's just another interplanar. I can't believe I'm the one saying it, but it's just another interplanar in exchange.
You want me to glass,
Visibly
right? You
disappointed.
can break the glass and head out there.
I might. Maybe if I have a dimension door to spare.
No.
Now,
That's a bad Tarin.
I'm gonna grab the other end of the rope that's tied around Tarin,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tie it around my waist.
Are we using the buddy system now?
We are now.
Okay.
It's more like the Tarin system.
Tarin and Orphan are tied together now by 50 feet of rope.
It's gonna make
God.
moving around in
Yep.
this tree room really a big pain in the ass.
I
Hey,
just imagine
you brought this on yourself.
Just imagine Tarin eventually just running around a tree a bunch of times like a dog that just gets confused by that leash.
So what's next?
All right, so
So-
you said that there was a thing over here.
What do you mean thing?
Oh, I thought we were going back to the.
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are,
going back
you guys
to the
are in the
other
tree
room.
room, so.
We're going back to cat room.
Back
Yeah,
to
let's-
cat. Okay.
Let's finish exploring that one, and then we can go. Since we know there's at least another door through, we can.
Okay, so
At
we're
this
back,
point,
back
Tarin
through the
is-
gold door into the cat's
Yeah.
room.
In cat room. The mouse.
At this
room.
point, Tarin is trying to think about how to tie a knot in multiple dimensions using Dimension Door and Misty Step.
And here is the cat's room. And you all step back out of the door, out of the door. And this side again, it's silver. I'm double checking every time I have to talk. Yeah, it's silver. Okay.
Ah,
Back into the room, and you don't see any sign of the cat.
Yeah, she's done with us.
Now we can open. These are human-sized doors with cat.
With cat doors in the bottom. Too small for even Zook to squeeze through.
Right. I'll just open this one.
Can't. Locked.
Duke?
Somebody check that tree to make sure I'm not going to get despair blasted again.
Which tree?
Whatever
mean
one
the
you want me
door?
to open. Yeah, the door.
I'll look at it for enchantments.
It's wizard locked, but it doesn't seem to be trapped. But it has a magical lock on it.
I mean, I have knock scrolls, but do we really think it's worth it to start opening these with that?
We have Fred.
We have it. Is the flap wizard locked too,
You're right,
or is
we
the
have
flap
Fred.
not?
The flap isn't locked at all.
All right, well let's owl this shit up first.
Why? Why would we do that? Why would we ever do that?
As you guys are standing here contemplating trying to get through this wizard locked door, the cat just saunters past, just haughty and just full of herself, brushes up beside Zook's leg, purring very loudly, just walks in the cat door.
Dude gives her a little scratch as she goes by.
Fred, can you
Dude,
pop
I
these
want
doors?
this cat. This cat is cool.
Fred rolls up his sleeves. I'll see what I can do, Captain.
Let's
How
start
many
with the one. Let's let the cat have her privacy and start with this one then.
It's like a litter box in there or
The
something.
south one?
Yeah.
Well, there's a trophy room and a toy room. Trophy and toy both sound more fun to me than
That was
salmon.
the sardine, right?
Yeah.
Which I
this
presume.
is the sardine room, this is the toy room, this is the trophy
Yeah.
room. He goes down to the
Else?
south room here. Spins a little tale of unlocking doors on his lute. And you hear the click as the door unlocks.
Alright.
Sings the Ballad of Ali Baba.
Who's opening
Thank
it?
you, Fred.
Tarin will open it.
I'll open it.
Oh, okay.
Khalil. You open the door and open it up and look in. And the room has a very plush carpet on the floor. And on each side of the room are the heads, stuffed heads of very large dogs. Very different breeds. You see a pit bull, you see a Doberman, you see, etc. A Saint Bernard, why not? Labrador. Just their heads mounted on the walls.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Do you?
Yeah, it's the trophy room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the trophy room for our magic cat.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's.
And
odd,
standing
but-
next to you, Fred is scribbling down everything he sees frantically. He is overjoyed to be in this situation.
This cat is amazing.
This is the worst cat.
So when
in the
this is all
history of
over,
cats.
Arik is adopting this cat. Is that what's happening?
I'm such a fan of whatever this cat is about to do to us. It's gonna be great.
Okay, this is freaky. This is really
Cat
freaky.
owners are sociopaths.
And
Just like
underneath-
the cats that they
Yeah.
own.
Underneath
Yeah.
each of the dog heads is a little plaque with the dog's name. There's
Does it have, like,
Starkey
a
and,
year or anything
and
on
Fido.
it?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Are they in a numbering system I recognize, or?
You'd have to get closer to examine.
Okay. What year was Fido killed?
And as you stand in between Fido, his head starts moving, his mouth starts moving as he recounts the story of how Jazzy Baba tortured and killed him in the most heinous and violent way, and talks
I will leave
all
this
about
fucking room.
what the cat did with his innards and all of his sweetmeats, and it's very disgusting
I hate
story.
this cat.
I
So
will
what year
let-
then?
I will turn and look at this at the sardine room and just
You
be
guys,
like,
this is why cats lost Splatfest.
I have no idea what Splatfest is.
The Splatoon thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
While all this nonsense is going on, Zook's gonna investigate this tree that Tarin ran into.
You're gonna investigate it?
Yeah, sure. I'll roll investigation.
Roll a perception check.
Ooh, perception, even better. That's a 30 something.
And you notice around the back of the tree is a secret door. That looks to be the same kind as the previous ones. They're on a spring system where you can push it in and release it.
All right.
Wow.
Zook does so, fully expecting to see blackness beyond it.
And you do. It opens
And
up
yes,
in
says-
blackness.
Captain, you hit your forehead on the wrong side of the tree.
I'll just sort of rub my forehead.
all right,
So we
Zook,
have-
do you want to do this, or what's the deal?
Oh, I don't care.
What are we doing?
Are you going to
Go
go through
through
it?
your
and see what
door.
the hell's...
Oh, I'll totally go through the door.
Wait,
Okay,
no, you've
Tarin
been through a
vision.
door.
And then the rope snaps taut.
Yeah. Orphan keeps staring back. Somebody else can go through this one.
So Orphan's not letting him go through the door. She's
I'll
tugging
check it
him.
out. I'll go through the door.
Okay, hold
Damn it,
on.
Eldove, I can't Eldove vision.
Yeah, it should probably be someone we can actually.
Eldove is already through the door.
Eldove has had it with this place. He'd rather have goblins throwing stuff at him.
Bear with me 1 second.
This cat embodies everything terrible and horrible with cats. That's why I love it. It's so awful.
Cats are horrible.
But
Eldove.
it's such a cat.
Yeah.
You remember that closet that I mentioned earlier, yes?
Yeah, that was a closet.
You poke your head through the door, and the other side of the door is on one of many golden pillars that surrounds a giant, pristine pool of water that would look very inviting if there weren't a dozen or more of these bizarre closet creatures splashing around in it.
Alright.
So it's a ceramic tiles around the wall and floor of the room. The centerpiece is a huge pool of water. On the opposite side from where you enter... Well, you didn't enter, you poked your head in, yes? Okay. On the opposite side, you see the stairs descending down into the pool. All around the pool are glowing spheres. They're not glowing with silver light like the ones in the observatory. These ones are glowing with like a whitish blue light. And these are just levitating around each end of the pool. And inside the pool are at least a dozen of those closets that you saw earlier, and then half as many more very large and disgusting looking frogs.
Ugh, it's the least inviting.
Eldove takes his head back out of the room.
Okay.
What was in there?
The least inviting hot tub room I've ever seen.
Well,
There were closets, there were frogs.
Wait,
Well,
a hot tub room? That might be part of the guest quarters.
Are there any
Might be
other
getting
exits?
Were there what? What was that?
Were there any other exits?
You didn't see
I'll
it.
put my head back there.
You didn't see it at a glance.
I'll take it back out. No, I don't see any. But I mean, we wouldn't have seen this exit either.
Yeah, we wouldn't have seen the globe either. So, flower room or this one, or do we want to look in the toys room?
And
Let's
Jazzy
look at the
Baba,
toys room.
at the mention of the toys room, comes out of the sardine room, looking very pleased and very full of herself. She brushes up past Orphan's leg, and she paws the rope hanging between her and Tarin for a moment before continuing on into the toy room through the cat door.
I do want to check out this other room.
Yeah,
The toy
alright.
room? Yeah.
You mean the sardine room?
Toy room.
This is
Sardine
the...
room.
Sardine room's just gonna have sardines in it. I don't care about the toy room.
Well,
I don't want to go into the toy room.
I think going into the toy room will just make us hate cats already more than we already do.
Right, this is clearly all for kitty cat land.
Yeah.
clearly, but I am fascinated.
Orphan says, Fred, which do you want to see more? A room of cat toys or a room of sardines?
Since I've never liked sardines.
What if
Then
they're
why
magic
don't-
sardines?
Yeah,
why,
it's
don't
even
you and I
worse.
go, why don't you and I go and see what's in this toy room?
He nods, he rolls up his sleeve and gets his loot ready again. Discharges the magic,
Appealing to Fred would do the trick.
and he pops the lock on the toy room.
Alright, I'll open the door and check inside.
And you see large feathers, rubber balls. Jazzy Baba is over in the corner, pawing at what looks to be like a wind-up clockwork dragon that's marching in circles, and she's pawing and batting around. A big basket
adorable.
full of all different color balls of wool and yarn. And when the door opens, Jazzy Baba looks up, and as soon as she sees other people in the room, she loses interest in the toys and saunters off back to her
Goddamn
rug.
cats.
I love Jazzy Baba.
I don't love Jazzy Baba.
That's my favorite
Cats are the
character.
worst.
So, do we have to go thumbs up, thumbs down on Jazzy Baba? Because we seem pretty evenly split.
I appreciate Jazzy Baba.
Cats are terrible and cat owners
Like,
are
she's
terrible.
hilarious, but God,
Orphan-
I hate it right
Orphan
now.
appreciates Jaziwaba as the ultimate expression of a cat's nature.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why she's so awesome.
She is the cat.
So you're standing looking in the toy room now. The little clockwork dragon on the other side marching around in corners, in circles rather.
She's very much the proto cat.
Is there like a thing on a stick with a rope kind of toy?
There is what looks to be a large stuffed dog hanging from the ceiling with a string that can be pawed at if you're so inclined.
What kind of dog is it?
A labradoodle.
Oh no, Zook wanted to grab a toy and just sort of like wave it in front of the cat flap.
Zook starts pawing
Well,
at it.
So you
Well,
go in.
there's
Are you
that-
looking for like a dangly toy?
A dangly
Yeah,
toy.
dangly toy, yeah.
You don't find a dangly toy. You find a weird wand that when you hold it, it points a red dot on the wall. Wherever you're,
Wow.
it's bizarre, but yeah, you find the wand of red dot.
Whoa.
All right.
Eldove looks at it.
How many charges in the wand of red dot?
You have to identify it.
Eldove takes a pearl out of his perch.
Zook takes the wand of red dot and takes it over towards.
I hope nobody noticed, but I forgot to delete the grid and the empty white space around this map. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I broke everything. I just noticed I did
While
that.
they're doing that, Tarin gets some slack on the rope and pokes his head into the closet room.
So Eldove is casting Identify on the wand of red dot.
It's up to you guys.
Yes. Do it.
Oh my
Do it.
God.
We don't need that pearl,
How many
right?
pearls is Eldove carrying right now?
However many you'll let me have.
Roll a d4.
The usual number is 5, damn it. Should just said 5.
You should have just said 5, but you didn't, so let's roll a d4.
And then multiply by... Oh wait, I'm kind of far from my mic.
You're carrying 4.
4.
You got 4 pearls on you.